Hi friends, how are you today? Are you happy? Yes. Are you okay? Yes. Today, I'm going to teach you On Children written by Khalil Gibran. He lived in 20th century. He is Lebanese American poet and artist. His poems are considered poetic essays. The Prophet is his best known work and has been translated into more than 25 languages including Kannada. On Children is a selection from the Prophet. In that book, he imagines a character Al-Mustafa. He lived in a foreign city about 12 years. Then he decided to go to his own land. He was about to board a ship. People around there requested him to speak about human life. He spoke to them about love and marriage, children, eating and drinking, joys and sorrows, crime and punishment, good and evil, reason and passion, pain and pleasure, freedom, beauty, religion, and self-education, etc. In this poem On Children, he speaks about the responsibilities of parents towards their children. He asks them to introspect their relationship with their children. Now, let me read the poem and explain to you. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children." In these lines, we find a mother with her child approaches the prophet and requests him to speak to her and the people gathered there of children. He says, "Your children are not your children." Here, we have two views and understandings. The first one is world view. The second one is philosophical view. The first view is known to all. Parents give birth to the children and they belong to them. The second view is philosophical and contrary to the world view. This is the view of the prophet. If the children are not their children, whose children are they? The answer is in the next line. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself. That means they are the children of this world, children of God. They come through you but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. From these lines, the prophet says, children have independent personalities. They are unique in nature, different from their parents. Therefore, they don't belong to them. Rather, they belong to this world. In the above four lines, two important points we should remember. The first one is, parents should not be possessive of their children. The second one is, children have independent personalities. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. In these lines, the prophet says, parents should show their love, should give their affection, but not their thoughts. Most of the time, to discipline the children, parents give punishment. They beat and so on. An American psychologist, M.S. Beck, in his book, The Road Less Traveled, says, "A beating father is a sinning father." Therefore, parents can give only their love, not thoughts, because they have their own thoughts, new thoughts, individuality, etc. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. From these lines, he says, parents can provide everything they need, like their basic needs, clothing, shelter, and food, etc. Parents should not force them to be like they wish, because they belong to the future. Therefore, parents cannot insist that children should follow what they have done, but should give freedom to build their future according to their wish. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. Here he says, parents should advance and update themselves according to the signs of the time, but should not make their children to go back to their past time. He says, for life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. To reach the goal and destination, we should go forward, not backward. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. Here, the prophet uses the metaphor of bow to parents, arrow to children. The archer is God. The bow will be stable in the hands of God. The arrow will move away from the bow to reach the destination. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Here, the prophet says, the archer God bends the bows, parents, to send the arrows, children, to their respective destinations. Therefore, he wants the bows to be strong and flexible so that they can send the arrows to the farthest destinations. Here again, I would like to quote M.S. Beck example. When the parents are well disciplined, by looking at them, children too will become well disciplined. When the parents are hardworking, loving, gentle, forgiving, etc., the children also will be like their parents, enrich all the virtues and values. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Here the prophet says, parents should be happy when they are in the archer's hand. And since he gives advice to the parents, they should not think God loves children alone. God loves both the parents and children, and parents play an important role in the lives of children to reach their aim and goal. To conclude, you can't ask M.S. Dhoni to sing like A.R. Rahman and A.R. Rahman to play cricket like M.S. Dhoni. Every individual is unique in nature. Parents should understand it and nurture with love and care. Thank you.